Hmm. I think you can tell quite a lot about the objects that are associated with a person and how much they express something about identity. I mean, I'm counting clothes as objects here. We all express things through what we wear, and we all make judgments according to what we wear, and even people who are not bothering are making a statement about not bothering. So I think quite a lot, yes, people can express a huge amount. And walking into somebody's homes, I mean, you're always looking at, what's in their environment, and it gives you clues about their character. So yeah, I think you can tell quite a lot, and I think people unconsciously express themselves through their clothes, their body language, their facial expressions, the objects that they are cherished, or the ones that are gifts, or ones that they buy, or it's those kind of things that that kind of loose associations with identity I find really interesting. If you take them away from the person, do they still express something? It's a bit like that, the present absent thing. If you've just left your bed and the sheets are all rumpled, a kind of recording kind of quality, I guess. Yeah, that's why it's an ongoing project. Yeah, the animism that children have can be really fertile ground for artists, I think. When I started on the Floral Gods series, I had the Flower Fairy book of illustrations in mind, but I wanted to create something much less cutesy than that. I was imagining a really pissed off Mother Nature who was building a humanoid army out of plants. But I realised that they only look like that when they're full-scale, massive, 15-foot tall prints. When you see them A3 or A4 even, they look quite cute, and that's annoying. The Ghost series came about really out of being scared in the darkroom. It's quite a creepy place if you're working there on your own for any length of time. And you often see dark rooms in thriller films, don't you? They feature where you've got the shadowy suspect appearing in the print, in the tray, and then the photographer gets it. And I thought I'd make some little mischievous ghosts, like doing flybys or something. I tile scans together, but with very little manipulation. Each image is composed of loads and loads of scans. I mean, about 65, I think, is my record so far of the amount of scans in one single image. I came to this process because I've never been able to get what I want from the camera. I find it quite limiting. It's because of the single viewpoint. When I found out about David Hockney's research on the use of optics in painting, and he reckoned that they've been used 400 years previously to what people thought, I found that his remarks really useful, because he talks about the tyranny of the lens, and the pictorial frame is completely dominated by it. The picture the rectangular frame is like a window that you look through. The viewer is distanced from that because of the perspective that the lens is giving you. If you look at perspective painting, your eye moves all over the place. It's not being guided through, like through a window, into a vista beyond. You're in the picture. And he argues that that's much more natural to the human eye. Which makes sense. I mean, I've noticed how my peripheral vision changes. For example, in the going from the country to the city, when you haven't got buildings in the way, you're aware of more movements and objects to the side of you. I mean, that's why cinema screens are so long, because we can see more than the lens can, and we don't go out of focus. So yeah, that's been hugely influential. Well, dolls are just such weird objects. I think I'm fascinated with them because they only exist to be projected upon. That's their whole purpose. They express the inner self. They're made for playing with. I wasn't really that into them as a kid. I had one Cindy doll whose head got separated from her body pretty quickly, probably playing Henry VIII or something. No, it's only as an adult that I've bought dolls, and I still treat them badly. I'm not sure what started this project or where it'll end up. I know one thing that influenced me was clearing up my grand's house after she died. She had a lot of stuff. And some of that stuff has strong associations. I guess it was that made me think that objects had the potential to be deathy, like memento mori. Some objects seem to gain a kind of aura over time. Again, this is down to our projection of feelings and associations onto them. I guess it's the symbolism that I'm interested in, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really given this project much thought. I mean, unlike a lot of other stuff, in fact most of my other work is really considered and deliberate, thought about a lot before I start making it. I mean, lots of ideas never make it. But with this one, I'm just going to see what happens.